Anyway, speaking of living your life without this product, so the tag team tournament continued on SmackDown, and I must admit, I watched most of it, the good parts, Skid Row versus Los Lotharios, because I am now mesmerized by Flop Dollar. I can't take my eyes off him. It's like you never know what kind of entertainment you're going to get. And again, he has the attitude that he is performing like a goddamn Olympic gymnast while he looks like a fucking mattress with half the stuffing pulled out of it. And so I determined that I was going to watch whatever he was involved in this match. And Brian, do you remember what the first thing he did in this entire match was?
I don't. I remember him kicking someone in the corner, but I don't know if that was the first thing he did.
Well, no, the very first thing that Flop Dollar did in this match was he tagged into it. He was standing on the apron of the ring, and his partner, old Adonis, is in the ring, and Adonis goes to tag Flop Dollar. And Flop's first move is to tag in, and he missed it. He missed the tag. He did so. I've never seen any, and remember, I've managed a variety of tag team experts, and there's a way that you agree with your partner on how you're going to do tags so that you don't look like an idiot and miss a fucking tag. But in this case, he did something I've never seen before. He held his hand up, and had the back of his hand was toward his partner in the ring. Like the guy was supposed to tag the back of his hand instead of palm to palm. I've never seen anybody do that before. And then as he's holding his hand up, when Adonis goes to slap it, Flop moves his hand at that exact moment, and they miss the tag. So the first physical movement that this guy made in his match was just to tag in, and he missed it. So then, again, this guy is amazing. He's mesmerizing. He tried to beel the guy out of the corner, but his timing was off. He gave him a rotten beel because the guy couldn't tell from his movement what he was doing. It was off rhythm. But then he gets him down over the announcer's desk, and Flop Dollar can trash talk great. And he's got a face like, oh, yeah, and he hit the guy with a great chop. He can chop. And then they got back in the ring, and he got a rear waist lock, and he looked like a drunk underwater again, trying to grab the Lotharios' pants where they could do the spot where Lothario leaps forward for the tag, and Flop Dollar is holding onto his pants, and they're tearaway pants. And Flop ends up with the pants in his hand and a confused look on his face because the guys dived out of him and tagged. Well, this was such a cold, dead tag because nobody got it. It was so quick that it was one of those deals where they ran off and left the people. And by the time that they realized what had happened, and plus it wasn't an exciting match, and it had only gone 3 minutes to begin with, if that. I don't even think I was 3 minutes in. So while Flop is confused, he's standing there. Adonis tags himself in by slapping Flop's shoulder. And then the other Lothario made a comeback. And Adonis schoolboyed one of them, 1, 2, 3, while Flop was wallering around on the floor. Like I said, a 3-minute match. But I rewound it 3 or 4 different times to watch him miss the tag. Amazing. Your thoughts?
He is an entertaining guy to watch now that we've all seen how bad he is. I will say he looks sickly. I know you criticized him a lot for his weight. He looked better with weight.
Yeah,
like, remember when King Kong Bundy lost a lot of weight and was like,
yes,
you're still a big guy, but you're not Bundy.
Yeah. He looked, at least he had something that nobody else had when he weighed 400. Well, few other people had. When he weighed 400 pounds and he looked like a fucking refrigerator. Now he just looks like, he's the Macy's parade that sprung a leak.
I'll never complain about AEW's tag team division when you see this tag team division here on SmackDown.